Have you ever wondered how different cultures around the world explain the beginning of everything? Each story is unique, carrying the imagination and wisdom of the people who told it for generations. The Cherokee, one of the great indigenous nations of North America, have their own powerful story about how the world was created. In their tradition, the universe did not start with land or sky as we know them, but with endless water and creatures searching for a home. How did this water-filled beginning transform into the earth we walk on today? Let's find out. In the Cherokee story, at first, there was only water stretching endlessly in every direction. No mountains, no forests, no soil to step on, just a vast and mysterious ocean. The animals did not yet live on Earth. Instead, they lived high above, in the sky world. From their lofty home, they could look down and see the water shimmering beneath them. But the animals longed for more than watching the waters. They wanted a place to live, to move, to thrive below. The animals began to wonder what might lie under the water. Was there anything beneath the waves, hidden deep in the darkness? Curiosity grew so strong that one brave little creature stepped forward. The water beetle. Though small and often overlooked, the water beetle volunteered to go down and explore what others could not. With determination, it dove from the sky world into the endless water below. The journey downward seemed uncertain, but the beetle pressed on. The beetle swam and swam until it reached the very bottom of the vast ocean. There, hidden in the stillness, it found mud. This mud was sticky, heavy, and clung to its tiny legs, but the beetle did not let go. With effort, it carried the mud back up to the surface. Though it seemed insignificant at first, just a small piece of earth, this mud carried the promise of something much greater. It was the seed of a world that had not yet taken form. When the beetle returned, it placed the mud on the surface of the water. At first, it spread slowly, almost as if it might dissolve again into the endless ocean. But the mud grew. It spread outward and upward, stretching further and further until it became solid ground. What started as a handful of mud became earth itself, rising above the waters and forming the land that would support life. The once empty surface now had a foundation, strong and real. This new land was not perfect at the beginning. It was soft and unsteady, still shaping itself from the mud's slow spreading. The animals watched with wonder as the earth grew larger and stronger each moment. Soon, what had been only water was balanced by land, a place where life could settle and flourish. The dream of the animals to have a home beyond the sky world was finally becoming real, but the earth still needed balance. To keep it steady, the great mountains rose, and the rivers carved their paths. The land became firm and ready, no longer fragile or sinking into the waters. With every detail, the earth took shape, welcoming those who had waited above. The Cherokee story reminds us that even the smallest effort, like the beetle carrying mud, can lead to something grand and lasting when nurtured with patience. Once the earth was ready, the animals from the sky world began to descend. They came down carefully, testing the new ground beneath their feet. To their joy, they discovered that the land was strong enough to hold them. Here, they would no longer be limited to the sky above the waters. They had mountains to climb, valleys to roam, and rivers to drink from. A new world had been born, and it was theirs to share and explore together. But light and time had not yet been arranged. The world existed in a sort of half-shadow, neither full day nor complete night. To bring balance, the sun was placed in the sky. At first, it was too close, making the earth unbearably hot, burning the ground and scorching the creatures. The animals quickly adjusted the sun, pushing it farther away until it shone warmly and evenly. With its golden light, the earth became a place of harmony, neither too hot nor too cold. The plants and animals began to spread across the new earth. Some trees were given a special gift, the ability to stay green all year long. These included the pine, the cedar, and the holly, symbols of strength and endurance in Cherokee tradition. Other trees would shed their leaves, resting in the winter and blooming again in spring. In this way, the cycle of the seasons began, and with it, the rhythm of life on earth. Every creature also received its place. The birds filled the skies, bringing song and color. Fish swam in the rivers and lakes, while deer, bears, and other animals roamed the land. Each played a role in the balance of creation, reminding all that every being, no matter how small, has an important purpose. The Cherokee saw this balance as sacred, a reflection of the harmony between land, water, sky, and living creatures. This creation story carries a deep lesson. The earth is a gift. It was shaped from nothing but mud, carried by a tiny beetle, yet it grew into the home of countless beings. For the Cherokee, This means the earth must be treated with respect. It is not something to be taken for granted, but something to be cared for, just as the animals once hoped for a place to live. Gratitude and responsibility are at the heart of this tale. Even today, the story of the water beetle and the creation of the earth is told among the Cherokee people. It is more than a myth, it is a reminder of humility, patience, and interconnectedness. It teaches that even the smallest creature can bring forth greatness, and that harmony between all living things is essential. Through this story, the Cherokee pass down wisdom that continues to inspire respect for the earth and its delicate balance of life and our place within it. The Cherokee creation story is a powerful tale of courage, patience, and the value of every living being. From a tiny beetle carrying mud came the earth, a home for animals, plants, and people. This story reminds us that great things often begin with small actions, and that harmony with nature is not just important, but sacred. By looking at the world through the Cherokee tradition, we see the earth as more than just land. It is a living gift, shaped with care and meant to be respected. This ancient story continues to carry timeless wisdom about the balance of life and our place within it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Cherokee story of creation. If you enjoyed discovering this legend, make sure to subscribe for more stories from around the world. And tell us in the comments, what lesson do you take from the water beetle's journey? We'd love to hear your thoughts and continue exploring these powerful traditions together.